Okay, so we're playing WWE Superstars with the best mic skills. And we're starting with Becky Lynch versus Rey Mysterio. Okay, interesting start. Rey Mysterio has never been known for mic skills. I don't think he's bad, but at the same time, I do think people overrate Becky. Becky Gasp Lynch be out here sometimes. That being said, I think I still kind of gotta give it to Becky. This is what a weird first round. Oh my god. Okay, so Becky goes through. Who's next? Chelsea Green versus Alba. Chelsea Green. Paul Heyman. I might be unfamiliar with some if there's NXT in here. Randy Orton versus Roxanne. Randy Orton. Jacob Fatu versus Shawn Michaels. Give me Shawn Michaels. Jacob Fatu's not bad, but he kind of has like the same formula. At the moment, he's only kind of done one thing. Rhea versus Dakota. Oh god. I guess we didn't get to hear a terrible amount of Dakota. I'm trying to remember anything Dakota said. I guess by default I have to pick Rhea for that reason. LA Knight versus Goldberg. LA Knight. Sami Zayn versus Bianca. Sami Zayn's actually pretty good. It's just that sometimes what he's talking about is annoying. Trick Williams or Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is good. Trick can do a little something on the mic too, but Kevin's actually, especially when something like when things get intense or whatever, I think Kevin's a good screamer. Lara versus Dean. Joe Hendry or Baron Corbin. I don't know too much about Joe Hendry other than the meme. I discovered he's like, what is he, Scottish or something? Because he's a meme, I'm going Baron. Get mad. Gunther or Jade? Gunther. Oba Femi versus Naruto Uzumaki Baszler? Hold on a second. Give me one Rasengan. I haven't heard too much Oba Femi. Do I have to hear? Hold on.
Dread it. Run from it. Destiny will always arrive. Just like I have arrived. And now it's time for me to take my rightful place upon the throne.
I like the woo. I knew that was a thing. I saw that was happening. I thought that was funny as a gimmick. You know what? I actually like that. Oba Femi goes through. Triple H or Solo? I guess it's Triple H. Nia Jax or Austin Theory? Austin Theory. Roman, get mad. Seth Rollins or Dominic Mysterio? I am dead ass when I say Dominic Mysterio is a better listen. Now, are we considering? I guess I'm considering the content of what the people typically are saying too. By that logic, I am definitely more entertained by Dominic. Jey Uso or Charlotte Flair. Android versus iOS when it comes to bots. Jey Uso when he's not yeeting and he's mad about some shit. Give me Jey Uso. Logan Paul. Oh god. Okay, so oh no. Logan is actually not bad on the mic.
Lawler, you wanted a big fight. You wanted to start a fight with the Hitman. You wanted to start a war? Well, you did, because you started a fire underneath the Hitman that only I can put out. You started something that I'm going to finish, and I can promise you one thing. You may have ruined one of the most important moments of my career. You may have ruined the King of the Ring coronation. You may have jumped me and beat me like a dog, but I can promise you one thing. I can promise you when you step in the ring with the Hitman at the SummerSlam, you'll be facing a totally different breed of cat. I am gonna wipe you out. I am gonna destroy you, Jerry Lawler, and I can promise you I am gonna take you to the gallows and you will be excellently executed.
Okay. I was gonna pick Bret Hart out of principle. Oh god. Okay. Hey, you know what? No. EO gets this. Fuck you. What's for Kia? I did it for the Rock. I did it for the people. Nah, give me EO. Especially in Japanese with subtitles. Oh, no joke. Adam Pearce is actually good on the mic. People might low-key be sleeping on Adam Pearce's mic skills. I put him over Aleister Black. Bronson Reed versus Ronald Truth. Comedy aside, Ron, if he actually got to be serious. Chelsea Green or Brock? Chelsea's got some funny content. Michaels. John Cena or Sami Zayn? Give me John Cena. I feel like we're missing a lot of people. Maybe not. Oh yeah, I guess it's current. Randy Orton or Oba Femi? Honestly, I think Oba. That's gonna sound crazy to some people, but especially babyface Randy. Like historically speaking, Randy's always been forgotten like on the mic. He was never really seen as like a mic guy. It was only Cena that people were talking about at that time. Orton's like good, but in a weird way, I think Oba has more charisma. Oh god, Tiffy's on here and Tiffy's gone. Roman Reigns or okay, first of all, that's Jeff Hardy. So wait, so what do I go with? Do I go by the name or do I go by the picture? I guess I'll do Tribal Chief either way. So AJ Styles or Io Sky? Okay, so hear me out. With any of the Joshis. Okay, let's pretend, for example, this. Hear me out, because it's not like this is gonna win her the tournament. But hear me out on this point here. Let's pretend we all understood English and Japanese. Io Sky is the better promo here. If she speaks in Japanese and she has subtitles, like if it's one of those deals, I think I still would rather watch that than a generic AJ Styles promo. That being said, I'll just put AJ through since he's easier to rank and she probably wasn't going to win it anyway. Neither is AJ, spoiler alert. Ethan Page, I'm going to go Ethan, not going to lie. I'll go Moxley. LA Knight. The Rock. Give me Dominic. Drew McIntyre, Paul Heyman, Austin Theory, CM Punk versus Kevin Owens, CM Punk. Although I don't like his baby, like what he talks about when he as a babyface isn't really the most interesting. But okay, so Roman Reigns versus Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman at the right time with the right content is like goated. So I gotta give it to Heyman. LA Knight. You know, I'm gonna piggyback off this afterwards. Chelsea Green or John Cena? Chelsea Green. No, I'm joking. People would have lost their shit if I did that. CM Punk or Drew McIntyre? I guess in general, I think it's CM Punk. But when they did have their head-to-head, I shit you not, for a lot of those exchanges, I thought Drew did better. Because again, babyface CM Punk, or CM Punk without real material to be mad about, is kind of like, I don't know, it's not the best. But I'll go CM Punk here anyway. Adam Pearce or Moxley? I think this might also be Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce has got a pretty decent range. Adam Pearce yelling at some shit versus like any other wrestler that would be yelling at some shit too. Adam Pearce is a better yeller than a lot of people. I'm going Adam Pearce. And I don't even like Adam Pearce as a character too much. Ethan Page. The Rock. Obafemi versus Michaels. I gotta pick Michaels here. If I'm wrong, I'll hold that L because I don't know too much about Obafemi, but John Cena versus CM Punk. At the moment, I'd say it's John Cena. Are we talking all time? If it's okay, if it's all time, I'd pick CM Punk for having the better material on top of everything else considered. But if we're just generally speaking on some normal shit, which again I'll explain further in my follow-up. LA Knight or Ethan Page? Do I need to hear more Ethan Page? What's he doing lately?
This championship should do is represent the pure dominance of Canada over America, Mexico, and every country in it. Ladies and gentlemen, I was born in Canada, but made in America. And that makes me the greatest North American alive. And affords me the privilege of doing this.
I think I'm going to go Ethan Page just because first of all, LA Knight be kind of fumbling a lot or often enough for me to notice it. And he's kind of a spin-off of a Rock Austin hybrid, as everybody says. So just off of that, I think Ethan Page slightly has to get it here. Rock. Pierce versus Heyman. Okay, this is where Heyman wins. All right. So here's where people are either going to be very split or they're going to get mad when I say, okay, so the fact that you're using this picture means we're considering all time. So all time, I'm picking The Rock. So now I got to sit here and explain because there's actually people here that think John Cena. Maybe I don't have to do the follow-up tier list. I'll just say I'll say all my thoughts here because I was going to do a tier list. I had one ready. Let me see what the tier list is, if it's worth doing still. Let's do some of this then while we're here. AJ Styles. I'll say AJ Styles is decent. Angelo Dawkins. I actually think Angelo Dawkins is good. Montez. Great. Austin Theory. I think even Austin Theory can make it in great. Austin's either great or high good. We'll leave him here for now. Braun Breaker. I actually think Braun Breaker is high good. People say he's trash on the mic. I think he's funny. For his character, I think what he's doing works. I don't think he needs to be like eloquent or whatever people are expecting of him. Bronson. I don't think Bronson's that good. Like, I can listen to him. I don't have to mute it or something. Because there's people on here who have had to mute. Like, I've had to mute Ronda Rousey before. Multiple times. Because that shit is definitely on some make my ears bleed type shit. Carmelo Hayes. Great. CM Punk. We'll come back to that. Kofi Kingston. Great. Damian Priest. I think Damian makes it into good. Because I'm also, okay, when I talk about mic skills, I'm also factoring in like their backstage interactions. Like, how do they sound in backstage skits, interacting with another wrestler or whatever? And then obviously the typical, how do they sound in the ring with a microphone presenting to the crowd, whatever. Those are two different situations where a lot of times a wrestler will be better at one than the other. But I'm considering both. Chad Gable. Chad Gable's good enough. It works for his character. Otherwise, he kind of sounds goofy. But because his character is kind of that, it works. Dominic Mysterio, same idea. He's good. He's arguably high good. You might even be able to argue him into great, because I don't think he's necessarily doing anything wrong. You know what? Based on who else is here, I'll put him low great for now, because he can switch it up into the Spanish or whatever. Who else we got here? We'll try and go through this. Piper Niven. That's my ears. Funny enough, Nia Jax I actually don't put here. I'll put into decent because with Nia Jax, I think it comes full circle to where it's just funny to me because I know everybody else hates it. So then that in itself entertains me, and I don't hear her as that bad. Otherwise, under normal circumstances, she's not like great. She's good at sounding annoying, so she could arguably be good. And I'm just like, you know what? Actually, I think Nia's good for what she's trying to achieve. Mia Yim, sometimes the way Mia Yim be talking be making my ears. Otherwise, she might be decent. But when she's trying to talk like Gen Z Street or whatever the fuck, how these kids are talking now, oh my god, my ears. She'd be like, bet, I got this on lock. In a couple of weeks, don't be surprised if I hear her say 6'7" or some shit. Whatever that stupid meme is. Or new trend. Lyra Valkyria. I'd say Lyra's decent. Roxanne Perez. I'll also give decent. I remember when I first heard Roxanne, I was like appalled. Because people hyped her up. And because of the amount of theater kids around, I assumed that she was going to be amazing on the mic too. But Rey Mysterio, decent. I'll put Rey above them too. Karrion Kross is still on here. I'll put Karrion Kross high, great. Karrion Kross might even low-key be elite. But I'll keep him great now. I'll save elite for like the really standouts. Raquel's good. Adam Pearce, we already spoke about him, so great. I'll put Adam Pearce even like around here. Who else have we talked about already? Logan Paul, I shit you not, Logan Paul is actually great. I've heard enough of Logan Paul in the ring. Considering he's not a real wrestler and he's like an outsider, he does wrestle talk better than a lot of the wrestlers. I won't put him above Pierce, but he's definitely like around here. Jey Uso, when he's not yeeting. LA Knight. Okay, so let me get my LA Knight point across. So LA Knight, I will put about here. I might even... Nah, I'll chill. I'll just put him here. So LA Knight could be in elite. The only thing that's stopping me from putting LA Knight any higher or in elite is because, like I said, especially like last month and a few weeks before, I was noticing there was a little stretch of period of time where almost every LA Knight promo, he would slip up at least once in that promo. Now that being said, John Cena, I'm going to put in elite. Now, historically speaking, again, I'm almost never interested in the content of what John Cena says, but the one thing I will give John Cena is I cannot remember the last time he slipped up on anything. So for that, I gotta give him elite, but I do not think he is the greatest on the mic of all time, like how some people do. There are some people that I put above John Cena that aren't even on this list. CM Punk, I only do this because, I guess, current day. CM Punk's at his best when he's either heel or he's mad about some injustice or some shit. Let's finish this tournament. I'm going Rock. Ethan Page versus Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman versus The Rock. The Rock. Okay, so now let's see who the community picked. So John Cena was in first place here. Top 3 were John Cena, CM Punk, and The Rock. And then Paul Heyman. I guess makes sense. Seth Rollins at 6 is crazy. But John Cena's kind of kept the same formula the whole time. He'll let the heel speak. He either comes back and says, you know what, you're right. And then he'll start licking the balls of his opponent for like 2 minutes before he tries to spin it. Fine speech. And then he'll say something that's like not even, it's actually not that much of a mic drop or banger, but it's like people eat it up anyway. And then he does that thing with his voice where he'll talk in that one tone and then he'll do the, I can't do it, but I don't explain it, but it's like the reason why I got Cena this high is because of his consistency and him not fumbling.